my brother Excellency Jamal Zengu, Mr. Suhail Bashir, Mr. Farhat Adil, Mr. Sarosh Lodi, met my teacher Dr. Abdul Samad Khan, fellow engineers, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It's indeed an honor for me to be here today to celebrate the great victory of Pakistan in the recent conflict with India. We should all first thank Almighty Allah, and with all the humility at my command, I bow my head down to Almighty Allah for giving us this moment where the world has recognized the true strength of Pakistan and the true strength of Pakistanis. This conflict started, the recent conflict started on the 22nd of April when there was a terrorist attack in Pahalgam. Innocent people were killed in Pahalgam. It was a terrorist incident. Pakistan immediately condemned the incident and offered all kind of help, including third-party investigation of the terrorist attack. Unfortunately, India had something else in mind. They didn't want to go and find out who was behind these attacks, but they wanted to use this as an opportunity of what they thought that they'd be able to subdue Pakistan and, as their journalists were saying, finish it from the face of this earth. They were wrong. They started off, the butcher of Gujarat, as we call him, started off with threatening us, doing something which he could not do, like annulling the Indus Water Treaty, which has no provision for unilateral cancellation. And this went on till the 7th of April, when in the dead of the night, the Indians attacked our holy places, where, if I remember correctly, 26 of our innocent civilians were martyred. Pakistan responded immediately, and you've all seen what we were able to do. We responded immediately, and within an hour, the Indians were given a taste of what lied for them. We downed, if I remember correctly, that night, 3 Rafales, which the Indians had a lot of pride in. We downed 2 Russian jets, an Su-30 and MiG-29, I believe. I'm not an expert. MiG-29, and also a drone on that night. So 6 aircraft, 6 were downed on the very first night, and the Indians did not know what had hit them. They became, they were shamed by the entire world, mostly by the providers of these weapons. But they did not stop. After the day of the 7th, on the 8th, the Indians attacked us with Israeli drones, hundreds of them, and each one that came in, and I saw on the video that was just shown that they forgot to fly once they entered the Pakistani airspace. We downed more than 90 of those Israeli drones which came in. And on the 8th, when the Indians, the early morning of the 8th, around 2:30 a.m., when they made this mistake of attacking Pakistan with their BrahMos missiles, the first place to attack that they attacked was the Nur Khan base. After that, they attacked several other bases in Pakistan. I was woken up around 4:45 in the morning that day when Sakkar was attacked. I told my staff that, just wake me up if there's some things, if there's an emergency. And they said, now there's a full-out war. So at 4:45, got up, got stock of the situation. As was told later, around 5:15, I was informed that Pakistan has decided to retaliate respond to the Indian aggression. And what happened in the next 3 hours is being written with golden words in history. We started at 5:15, and if you saw the foreign minister, the deputy prime minister's speech in the National Assembly, he got a call from the US Secretary of State at 8:15 in the morning. So that just 3 hours, where we hit 26 of the targets. We destroyed several airfields. We destroyed the BrahMos storage site where they had those missiles. We destroyed the prized S-400 air defense system acquired from the Soviets. And at that time, the US Secretary of State called the Deputy Prime Minister and said that the Indians are ready to stop. Will you stop? And we are a peace-loving nation. We never wanted to go into war. But if the war was thrust on us, within hours we could show the Indians what we can do. And I believe, on a lighter note, I've said this yesterday also, that the reason that the US and the other countries intervened because India had acquired US military equipment also. They had not used it yet. Yes, they had this P-81 Poseidon. I remember on the night of the 9th, I believe it was, I'd asked the Naval Command here in Karachi that there was news in the media that the Karachi port was going to be hit. And they told me, yes, their ships have been loitering in the sea for the last few days, but they are on our target. So the P-81 acquired by the Indians from the United States was in Pakistan's target. So the US and the other countries thought before. They also suffered humiliation in terms of at the hands of the Pakistanis, and because of the Indians, they intervened, and we agreed to the ceasefire immediately. Unfortunately, we had some martyrs, and the martyrs in Sindh, the first martyr of this attack was a civilian in Ghotki by the name of Mukhtar Lagari, who was martyred by a drone which fell while he was a farmer working in his fields early in the morning. And this drone, when it fell, the splinters hit him and his father. The father got injured. His son died in front of his eyes. That was our first martyr. And after that, one of the missiles hit Moladi Air Base, and there 6 of our brave airmen were martyred. Squadron leader Usman Yusuf, senior chief technician Aurangzeb, senior technician Najib, technician Farooq, senior technician Mubashir, and senior technician Muhammad Ayaz. We are celebrating here today. All of us have celebrated over the last few days. It was because of the entire nation, first of all because of Almighty Allah for the kindness that He showered on us, or because of His blessings, and then the Pakistani nation, which stood firm behind the armed forces, and definitely our brave soldiers, our brave airmen, our brave sailors who stood like an iron wall and defended our country and defended all of us. So I will just quickly, I had to go, I'm already a little late, but what I wanted to do was, we passed a resolution yesterday in the Provincial Assembly of Sindh, and I won't read this out as a resolution, but I'd like this to be everybody's resolve. We, in solemn and humble gratitude to Almighty Allah for His divine protection and for fortifying the spirit and resolve of the valiant defenders of Pakistan during a critical hour of unprovoked aggression and belligerence from the cowardly and treacherous enemy, we condemn in the strongest and most unambiguous terms the naked and unjustified aggression by India targeting civilians and sacred places as despicable and flagrant violations of international law, human rights, and all norms of civilized behavior. We salute the fearless courage, unmatched professionalism, and prompt, decisive response of the Armed Forces of Pakistan, comprising the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy, in defending the sovereignty, honor, and territorial integrity of Islamic Republic of Pakistan with unwavering resolve and delivering a stunning and unforgettable blow to the enemy's hostile intent through Operation Bunyan Marsoos. We pay glowing tributes to every soldier, airman, sailor, and officer for their unflinching bravery, exceptional discipline, and steadfast devotion to duty, who stood as an unyielding shield between the nation and its enemies. We honor the profound reverence and reverence of the immortal martyrs, both uniformed personnel and civilians who embraced martyrdom in defense of Pakistan, and offer heartfelt praise, enduring solidarity, and unwavering support to their families. We recognize with great pride the remarkable unity, calm, strength, and maturity shown by the people of Pakistan, regardless of faith, ethnicity, or professional affiliations, in rallying together for the defense of the homeland and the preservation of national dignity. We appreciate the timely support and principled solidarity extended by friendly nations, especially those who played a key role in strengthening Pakistan's defense and in securing a ceasefire to preserve regional and global peace. We demand that the ceasefire agreement is honored fully in both letter and spirit, and call for an immediate and permanent end of all provocations and hostilities by India. We reiterate with firm conviction Pakistan's unwavering stance on the resolution of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the United Nations Security Council resolution and the democratic aspirations of the Kashmiri people. We call for strict adherence to all international treaties and conventions that ensure peace, upholding sovereign rights, and guarantee equitable and just access to shared natural resources, especially water resources. We reaffirm Pakistan's inviolable and legitimate right to self-defense against all acts of hostility as enshrined in the United Nations Charter and international law. I hope that all of you agree with these resolutions. And I'm glad to stand here today, and I'm grateful to the Institute of Engineers for inviting me, though I had some other commitments, but there's one person I just can't refuse whenever he asked me to come in. So I had to be here. Once again, thank you very much for having me here, and I hope there'll be other speakers here, and they'll talk about our valiant forces and the valiant nation of Pakistan. Thank you very much. Pakistan Zindabad.